Hello everyone, myself Ansh and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel, A New Sunrise. Hope you are well and fine. In this video, I am going to share information about force and pressure, that is the class 8th science chapter number 11, and it is also the first chapter of physics of class 8th. I am going to explain you the chapter and also going to give you the notes through my slides. So let us start the chapter. Before starting the chapter, first of all, let us see what are the topics that we would cover in this particular video. The first topic that we would cover is force, and the second one is characteristics of force. Third, we will learn more about forces. Fourth, we will study deformation. Then after, we will study type of forces. Then contact force and their types. Then we will learn about muscular force. Then we will see frictional force. Then we will learn about non-contact force. Then after we will study about magnetic force, gravitational force and electrostatic force. Then we will study the pressure. Then after we will cover the topic of the relation of pressure with area and force. Then at last we will study the atmospheric pressure. So these are the 13 topics that we would cover in this particular video. Now let's start the chapter. The first topic that we would cover is the force. What is a force? A push or pull on an object is termed as force. What is force? A push or a pull on an object is termed as force. Forces always happen due to an interaction between two or more objects. Remember that forces always happen due to an interaction between two or more objects. So this was all about force. Now let us study characteristics of forces. What are the characteristics of forces? When a person is applying a force on an object, what are the effects of force on that particular object? Force applied on an object can cause the following changes. First is the motion. It can change the state of motion of the object. Means it can make a moving body come to rest, or vice versa. Means it can make a rest body come to move. So this is the first effect that a force can cause on an object, that it can change its motion, or you can say the first characteristic of force. Now let us study about the second characteristics of force, that is the speed. The force can make an object go faster or slower. Means one more characteristic of force is that it can change the speed of an object. Second one is the speed. The force applied on an object can change the speed of that particular object. This is also one of the effects that the force can cause on that object. The third characteristic of force is direction. What is direction? It can change the path of an object takes, for instance, upwards or downwards. Means that force can also change the direction of a particular object. The direction can also be changed. This effect is also being seen on an object when force is applied in it, that its direction is being changed. Fourth characteristic of force is the shape. Means that the force can change the shape of an object. This is also one of the characteristics or the effect that the force can have on an object. It can tend to change the shape of an object. So these were the four characteristics, four effects or the four changes that the force can have on an object. The first one was the motion. This motion, it means it can change it can make a rest body come to move and a moving body come to rest. Second was the speed, means the force can change the speed of an object, means it can make an object go faster or it can make an object go slower. The third characteristic, third effect or third change an object can face by force is the direction, means that force can change the direction of an object. And the fourth and the last effect that a force can have on an object is the shape. It can change the shape of an object. The force can change the shape of an object. So these were the characteristics of force, or you can say the 4 effects that a force can have on an object on which the force is being applied. Now let us go towards our next topic, that is more about forces. Let us study some more about forces. Forces in the same direction. If an object is being pushed or being pulled and two persons are pushing or pulling or applying force in one direction, in one particular direction, then their force will add up. And if the forces are being applied on different or opposite direction, then their force will cancel each other's. So this was some more about force. Now a force is measured by a Newton meter. A force is measured by a Newton meter. The device which is used to measure force is called to be as a Newton meter, and the SI unit of the force is Newton, named after this great scientist Isaac Newton. Now let us proceed to let us study some more about forces. Force is a physical quantity. Force has both magnitude and direction. Now what is a physical quantity? Physical quantities are also expressed with terms like magnitude and direction, or only magnitude. Force has both magnitude and direction. Deformation. Now let us study about deformation. This is also one of the topics that we're gonna cover in this video. The term deformation refers to change in the shape or the size of an object. Deformation happens usually because of any external force or change in temperature. Example of deformation is, for example, if we crush a plastic bottle, a plastic water bottle, then what will happen is that its shape will change. Its shape and size will change. So this is an example of deformation. So what actually deformation is, that deformation is a force, or deformation can happen due to a force, external force, or change in temperature, and this can cause to change the shape or the size of an object. So this was all about deformation. Now let us proceed to our next topic, that is type of forces. Let us study about the 2 types of forces. Forces are 2 types. First one is the contact force and the second one is the non-contact force. We will study about each and every types of forces and their subtypes also. So let us study about the contact force and their types. Forces that can be applied only when in the contact with an object is called to be as contact force. In this type of force, interaction between 2 objects involve touch. What is contact force? Forces that can be applied only when in contact with an object is called to be as contact force. For example, if a person is pushing a box, then he is applying a contact force, because he need to touch the box, he need to come in contact, he need to touch the box as for to move the box. So it is an example of contact force. So it is a necessity of contact force that it must involve touch. When two things are in contact with each other, then the force applied there is called to be as contact force. There are two types of contact forces. First one is the muscular force and second one is the frictional force, also known as friction. We will study about each and every type of contact force. First of all, let's study about muscular force, one type of contact force. The forces resulting from the action of muscles is known as muscular force, or you can say the force exerted by the muscles of the body is known as muscular force. What is muscular force? The forces resulting from the action of muscles is known as muscular force. When we push a box with our hand, we use our muscles as for to push the box. So it is an example of muscular force, and it is a type of contact force. Humans and animals can make use of muscular force to carry out several physical activities. Muscular force can be applied when in contact with an object. Muscular force can only be applied when you are in contact with an object. So it is categorized under contact force. So this was all about muscular force. Now let us proceed to our next topic, that is the frictional force. Frictional force is also known as friction. The force responsible for changing the state of motion of an object is called to be as friction or frictional force. What is friction? The force responsible. What is friction or frictional force? The force responsible for changing the state of motion of any particular object is called to be as friction or frictional force. State of motion refers to an object's speed and direction of the motion. The direction of the frictional force is always opposite to the direction of motion. Remember this, that the direction of frictional force is always opposite to the direction of the motion. So, because of this condition, the frictional force is because of this characteristic of force, that it always apply a force on another or opposite to the direction of motion. The frictional force is also known as opposing force because it opposes the motion of one body over another body. So this was about frictional force. Frictional force is also known as friction, or it is also known as opposing force. It opposes the motion of one body over another body, and it is the force responsible for changing the state of motion of any particular object. So this was all about frictional force. Now let us proceed to the next topic, that is the non-contact force and their types. We will study in this topic about non-contact force, the definition of non-contact force and their types. Forces that are applied without contact between objects are called non-contact forces. For example, if we use a magnet to attract a steel or an iron item, then we use their magnetic force, because the magnet and the iron item is not in contact with each other. So this is known as non-contact force. Non-contact force, in the non-contact force, the applier of the force and the object on which the force is applied, they are not in contact. In this type of force, the interaction between object does not involve touch. They are not in touch with each other. There are three categories, three types or three classifications of non-contact force. The first one is the magnetic force, the second one is the gravitational force, and the third one is the electrostatic force. So these are the three categories of force, non-contact forces. Now let us study about all these three classification of non-contact forces. Magnetic force, gravitational force, and electrostatic force. The force exerted by magnets that result in attraction or repulsion of objects are called to be as magnetic force. What is magnetic force? First point is the force exerted by magnet is called to be as magnetic force, and it usually results in attraction or repulsion of any two objects. So this is all about magnetic force. Gravitational force. What is gravitational force? Gravitational force is a pulling force that acts between any two objects possessing mass in this universe. If two objects possessing mass in this universe, then they can possess this force, and it is called to be as they can possess such kind of pulling force, and it is called to be as gravitational force. Next is the electrostatic force. The force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body is known as electrostatic force. One more definition of electrostatic force is the force exerted by an electrically charged object is called to be as electrostatic force. So these were the definition of all the three types of non-contact force: the magnetic force, the gravitational force, and the electrostatic force. Now let us proceed to our next topic, that is pressure. Hereby, whatever the topics we have covered were all about forces, but in this chapter we would study about forces also and pressure also. So let us learn about pressure. Pressure is defined as a force acting per unit area of any surface. What is the definition of pressure? Force acting on an unit area of an object is called to be as pressure. The formula of pressure is equal to force upon area. If force and area have been given to us, then we can calculate the pressure by it. The unit of pressure is Pascal or Newton per meter square. What is the unit of pressure? The unit of pressure is Pascal or Newton per meter square. Now water also exerts pressure on the container in which they are kept, but they exerts more pressure on the bottom of the container. Remember that the taller the container, the higher the water pressure, and the shorter the container, the lower the water pressure. Now let us study about the relation of pressure with area and force. Pressure is equal to force upon area. Pressure and force are directly proportional, while pressure and area are inversely proportional. Now what do we mean by this term directly proportional and inversely proportional? Directly proportional in this case means that if pressure increases, if there is more pressure, then the force will also increase, then the force will also be more. This is what about directly proportional. And what is inversely proportional? Inversely proportional in this case means that if the pressure increases, then the area will decrease, and if the area is increases, then the pressure will decrease. So this was about inversely proportional. So this was the relation of pressure with area and force. Now let us go towards our last topic, that is the atmospheric pressure. What is the atmospheric pressure? The envelope of air that surrounds the earth is called to be as atmosphere. What is, first of all, let's see the definition of atmosphere. What is atmosphere? The envelope of air which surrounds the earth is called to be as atmosphere. Okay. Now let us see what is atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by that atmosphere on any object is known as atmospheric pressure. What is atmospheric pressure? The pressure exerted by the atmosphere is known as atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is low at upwards and high at the earth's surface and the sea level. Remember that atmospheric pressure is less at upwards and more at the earth's surface and the sea level. Flowing objects like water and air are called fluids. What are fluids? Flowing objects like water and air are called fluids, and air is less dense than water. So these were the topics that we have to cover in this particular chapter. Now let us proceed to our revision questions. This is one section that we have to start. Now whatever the concept that we have studied, we will revise it all the concepts through some of the questions. So let us start the section of revision question. Define the following term. This is the first revision question that we have to solve. We have to define the 11 terms that have been given to you. The first term, that is the force. What is a force? A push or pull on an object is called to be as force. What is a force? A push or pull on an object is called to be as force. Second comes the contact force. A contact force is a force applied to a body by another body that is in contact with it. What is a contact force? A contact force is a force applied to a body by another body that is in contact with it. Now, let us study about the non-contact force. A non-contact force is a force which acts on an object without coming physically in contact with it. What is a non-contact force? Non-contact force is a force which acts on an object without coming physically in contact with it. Non-contact force does not involve any touch. Fourth term that we're gonna cover is that the fourth term that we have to define is the magnetic force. What is the magnetic force? The force exerted by the magnets which result in attraction or repulsion of object is called to be as magnetic force. So this was the definition of magnetic force. Next comes the electrostatic force. The force exerted by an electrically charged object is known as electrostatic force, or else we can also say that the force exerted by a charged body or on another charged or uncharged body is known as electrostatic force. So this was the definition of electrostatic force. Now let us define the next term, that is the gravitational force. The pull exerted by objects possessing mass is called to be as gravitational force. Gravity, the force with which the earth pulls objects toward it, is called force of gravity or simply gravity. Now let us define some more terms. Muscular force, the eighth term is muscular force. The force exerted by the muscles of our body is known as muscular force. Next comes the friction. Friction, the force which always opposes the motion of one body over another body, is known as friction. Friction is also known as frictional force, and frictional force is also known as opposing force. Pressure. The pressure is a force acting on an unit area of an object. Next is the atmospheric pressure. The pressure exerted by the weight of the atmosphere is called to be as atmospheric pressure. But what is atmosphere? Atmosphere is the envelope of air that surrounds the earth. And the pressure exerted by the weight of the atmosphere is known as atmospheric pressure. Now let us go towards question answers. The first question is, state the two types of force. What are the two types of force? There are the two types of force. The first one is the contact force and second one is the non-contact force. The contact force is a force applied to a body by another body that is in contact with it. This type of force involves touch. Whereas a non-contact force is a force which acts on an object without coming physically in contact with it. Such kind of force does not involve any kind of touch. Let us go towards our next topic, that is state the types of type of contact force. There are two types of contact force. First one is the muscular force, second was the frictional force. The force exerted by the muscles of a body is known as muscular force, and frictional force, the force which always opposes the motion of one body over another body is known as frictional force. Frictional force is also known as friction, and it is also known as opposing force. Now let us proceed to our next question, or you can say our last question. State the types of non-contact force. There are three types of non-contact force. First one is the magnetic force, second one is the electrostatic force, and the third one is the gravitational force. Magnetic force, the force exerted by magnets which result in attraction or repulsion of any two objects is known as magnetic force. Second one is the electrostatic force. What is the electrostatic force? The force, or you can say the pull exerted by Now, the force exerted by an electrically charged object is known as electrostatic force. Another definition of electrostatic force is the force exerted by a charged body on another charged or uncharged body is known as the electrostatic force. And the last type of non-contact force is the gravitational force. The pull exerted by objects possessing mass is called to be as gravitational force. So this is what gravitational force, and these are the three types of forces. So hereby we have completed this question also. So hereby guys, we have completed our chapter number 11 of class 8 science, that is force and pressure. Hope you liked our video. In my next video, I will start chapter number 12 of class 8 science, that is the friction. You will learn about frictional force. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you liked our video. Please do like and share my video. Also subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon to never miss any latest update from my channel. Comment if you have any feedback, or else you can also comment if you have any doubt or confusion related to the chapter. Here is Ansh signing up for the day. Bye bye.